That's what I do.
The rescue reached out to me and said the dog that they just took in was pregnant and she just gave birth at the vet hospital. So they let me in the back and I was reading what was written on her kennel. It was like, I will eat you. Do not touch. Don't trust me. When we saw that, I just knew that if we didn't take her, she wasn't going to get the help that she needed. She was given a lot of mixed signals. Like she would come towards us and she would sniff our hands and then you would just hear a low growl. I think it was confusion. I think that she was wondering, can I trust you? And if I growl at you, are you going to react how everyone else reacts and get scared of me? She was doing whatever it took to protect her babies. We were being told by the vet staff, are you sure you want this one? Don't take this dog. This dog is very dangerous. She's definitely a bite risk. When I hear something like that, it almost makes me want to take the dog more.
Hi, Mama. Good girl. Ready?
When we first got back, we had set up a crate in my office. I was a little worried about having her loose in the room right away because I wasn't sure if she was going to jump the fence to come at us.
Just here with Miss Marla, sitting right next to her cage, letting her know that she can eat, take care of the babies. Just trying to get her to trust me a little bit. Touch. Touch.
I started out very easy. I would put my hand in front of her nose and through the crate, she would move it.
Touch. Good girl. Sometimes she just gets a little overwhelmed.
And then I started moving it to the other side of the crate so she'd have to get up, go over and touch my hand.
Twist my hand. Oh, that's a good girl.
I realized how food motivated she was. I would give her cheese, she would take it, and then she would back away and she would just shake.
Good girl.
It was like that hard exterior of growling and snapping had fallen away. You could see that what was really underneath it was just a dog who was terrified and just didn't know if she was safe. I thought that we had made a lot of progress. As soon as I pulled out the leash, all the progress we had made went right out the window. Her experience was the leash comes over my head and I am dragged away from my puppies against my will. We took it step by step by step.
Very good girl. Very good job.
I held the leash up and I had her boot my nose next to the leash.
Good girl.
Then one night I went to let her back into her room and she didn't want to go.
She came over to hang out with me. You want to try this again?
She let me take her for a walk and I think that was the first time that I actually pet her. Not through the gate. She just wiggled. She let go and she was like, I'm really just fine. I'm just a wiggly dog. It's all good.
So he's gonna bring her out of the box with a touch, and then he's gonna put his hand in the box. Good girl. And so she still sees that as part of the same game we've been playing all week, instead of him trying to mess with her babies.
Our staff started coming in every few days for puppy time, and Marvel would come out first. Then they would say bye and go in with the puppies. Finally, I started having her in there while people were with the puppies. She stopped thinking we cared about her puppies at all. It was just the Marvel show. She would wiggle over to everyone. She would kiss everyone. She would dance all over. She didn't just kind of decide to trust. She went full bore into people rock. My dream for her would be that as these applications are flooding in for her puppies, we get one, just one for her. I really hope that we find someone that just wants a dog that's gonna be their best friend, because that's who this dog is. She's the dog that you load up in the car and you go on a road trip to the middle of nowhere and she's just by your side the whole way. Then you get home and she just wants to be in your lap, giving you kisses. You can tell she's a dog that wasn't loved, because once she learned what love was, that's all she wants. She wants to be as close to you as possible. My favorite thing about her is that every person she meets, she says, you're my new best friend. There's absolutely no concern in her that someone's gonna hurt her. I just love that she's resilient enough to have come from where she's come from and be willing to just trust implicitly like that. there's just no stopping her. She's a superhero.